First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama, girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens. Drama queens, drama queens.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing 23 questions again, this time with our lovely friend Danielle Harris Eklz. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm nervous and I'm ready to go.
We're going to learn everything about you outside of your popcorn fixation today.
Okay.
It goes dark sometimes, so just don't be afraid to lean in.
Okay.
Who wants to kick us off?
I'll go. Dee, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Being with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that's it. Being with my kids. That is my perfect happiness.
Hmm.
I'll get in trouble for not saying Jensen, though. I mean, Jensen can be allowed in that. He is part of the children.
He is one of the children. Do you feel like your husband's one of your kids?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Whoever doesn't feel that way is lying. It's a lie.
You guys have that Sprinter van. You're always going on adventures together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Every woman I know who's married to a man says that she feels like he's one of her children.
Which can be adorable.
They turn that way after you have kids. I think if we would have never have kids, he would have stayed somewhat capable of doing things on his own. But now he's like, oh, well, she's doing it for them, so she'll just...
Yeah, those chicken nuggets look delicious.
Yeah.
I love it. What's your favorite trip that you've gone on with those kids? Because you guys scoot around.
My favorite trip of all time is we took them to London for spring break last year. And everyone said we were crazy. And it was really fun. And we survived it.
Yeah. Did you take them to all those gnarly like dungeons and shit?
Well, I actually ended up getting COVID, so I was in the hotel room, Jensen.
Perfect.
No.
But it was like we did some stuff outside of London and, did some countryside roaming.
Mm.
It was fun.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Well, Danielle, what's your greatest fear?
That would be being separated from my kids.
Mm.
And not like top would be kids. Jensen, I would be sad, but it would be my children, and we're watching heartbreaking videos right now of that happening in Israel. So that made me think of it this morning. Like being your children being ripped from you. Like I can't imagine anything more horrible than that for me personally, because I have kids.
Yeah. I mean, I know that as like a grown up, so much of our decision making, whether it's like work or where we're going to live or any of that, is just informed by our kids, and so being able to show up for their stuff is super important to you. You've always prioritized that. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I envy people. Like I have friends and they're like, oh, I'm going to go off to Europe. And like, they just like their kids just stay with babysitters. I mean, I know it's like half of it is a problem for me. And I just can't do it. It's like not inside of me. I can't separate. There's some therapists out there right now, like, but it doesn't work for me. I know I'm supposed to maybe do that, but it doesn't feel right when I do it. So
it doesn't. Jeffrey and I never went on a honeymoon because I was like, leave them?
Right.
With
no.
who? Like,
oh, good. Okay. So I'm not the only one.
No, we'll go to therapy together. It'll be good for us.
Right.
All right. Question number 3. If you could be the best in the world at something, anything, what would it be?
I'll get selfish on this one. It would be like free diving.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Did you watch that movie?
No, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm reading like, do you know Susan Casey? She writes all these like fantastic books on like the wave, and she wrote Devil's Teeth, and she wrote a book that I'm starting that's about free diving. But I just love the ocean, and I love being quiet in the ocean. usually on the surface because they don't know how to free dive. But if I could, like, I would be really good at that. I think that, I mean, can you imagine being able to go down like 50 feet by yourself and just,
Oh,
Are you a good swimmer?
not real. I mean, not really. No.
I mean, we've been friends a long time. I don't think I've ever seen you swim. I don't swim, Dannil.
Well, I surfed. when I
Oh,
lived in-
yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm remembering that phase. I see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of these swimmers in the pool. Like, I'm more of this.
The doggy paddle.
Yeah.
I'm baffled that people can swim. It makes my brain explode. I'm like, that's something that you learned how to do? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free diving, it's like going to outer space to me.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's our outer space and it's so cool.
amazing.
And I think I would like to be good at that.
Okay.
I love that.
When the kids graduate and you have no choice but to go out and do things on your own.
Right. I know.
I can't wait for that phase. Okay, question 4. What is the weirdest item that you keep by your bed?
Ooh.
I just, like, this is a weird thing. I've become addicted to eating cough drops at night. And somehow
Really?
that's from candy. Like when I'm reading, I'm just like, I'll buy like Ludens, like the worst. Like it is candy.
Mhm.
Like,
It's candy.
right. It's just candy.
You're just an old grandma sucking on hard candies.
I'm just sucking on hard candy and I keep my whole bedside table is full of them. And that's what I do at night. And I do like 3 of them in a row. And then I have to get up and brush my teeth again.
Oh.
You know, it's like, I don't know why I do it, but
worst.
it's like my thing right now. I'm
What's
doing
the
that instead of
flavor?
tea, because I used to drink tea
Cherry.
like while I would read at night. And then I'm like up going to the bathroom all night long.
Mhm.
And I love
Oh.
drinking tea at night, but I can't do it anymore.
I had a
That's so
boyfriend in high
funny.
school that always had those like honey menthol
Yeah.
cough drops, and it made like kissing real cool. I was like, what is this? Your mouth is crazy.
Such an adventure.
It's way better
Yeah.
than menthol cigarette.
Yeah. Cool. Into it.
Dannil, what living person do you most admire?
Living.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. And I should have looked up Proust questions because this was like,
No, we want them on the
No.
fly, man.
Gut instinct.
living person. Maybe my mom. She's done a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just stay close to the heart. I would say my mom. She's been in the past like 6 years. She goes on like archaeological digs. She does
Really?
powerlifting. She does
What?
yeah. Like she won a powerlifting championship at 65.
What?
Are you kidding?
That's so cool.
That's
I have a
unreal.
video of it. I'll send it to you guys. It's funny.
Wait, why?
But she
What
like lives a lot of different lives. And I think that's really cool.
where is she
Yeah.
now? She
Louisiana.
with you guys? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love people that are unafraid to choose their joy over and over again and just be like, I did that. Now I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring.
Totally reinvent. And I try to reinvent myself like that too. And I don't care if people are like, oh, wait, you weren't about that 5 years ago. I'm like, well, I am now. We have
Yeah.
Yeah.
a very short time on earth to do all these things. And I don't know, she really did. I mean, she wore like a sling, one of those like, almost like a wrestling sling, and was like
What?
bench pressing with these,
my
or
God.
deadlifting. It's called deadlifting. What? You know, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I guess I'll say my mom.
That's so
Well,
cool.
that's where you get the free diving thing from. That's where you're
Yeah.
like, I'll do that. Yeah. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't I?
Why not?
I'm into that attitude. All right. Well, then let's get down to, so this is fun. What is your greatest extravagance? Where does Dannil get fancy?
Real
Mm.
estate.
Yeah, you love,
Easy.
you love a house.
I love a house. I love a house.
Is it because you love designing? Like you want to get in there and design the house, or you just like being able to have places, different places?
I like every time you move or you just get to like recreate, restructure. I think I like the restructuring and the reorganizing more than than decorating or the place, because every place you are also changes the way you feel and your outlook on things. So I don't know, definitely real estate.
You also end up in haunted places a lot, Danielle. Always. You're like a damn magnet.
Both of you.
Well, listen, when the doors open,
yeah,
I like it.
Once you've lifted the veil, I'm looking.
Can you sleep though? Sometimes, like, I'm usually fine sleeping, but then every once in a while, I'm like,
yeah, never. I'm not a good sleeper anyway. And my dad is like somebody who only, when he was working a lot, would sleep for like 4 hours. And I think 4 or 5 hours and be totally fine. And I'm like that. It's hard to get up, but once I'm up, I'm like wired all day.
Jeff's like that.
Yeah.
Just go. All right. Well, listen, I can't wait to see all the different houses that you end up in and all the different ghosts that we meet along the way. Yeah. That's the book you need to write.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. My roommates. Ta-da.
My roommates. Cute.
Oh, man. Okay. Question 7. What is your current state of mind?
Truthfully, anxiety-ridden, stressed.
Aww.
You know, current state of the world isn't perfect. So, yeah.
It's not exactly inspiring calm confidence, is it?
It's not. And I also wish I could be one of those people who just kind of tunes it out and goes on with their day. And that's, you know, a lot of people look at that like, that person doesn't care. They don't have empathy. But they're just able to keep going. And I'm just not that way. You know, like I read something or hear something and then it's like, gosh, you know, and we're kind of programmed to keep going. We like, you know, society programs us to keep going. And I don't know, like I had a group of people invite me to a parade today. I'm like, nope, can't do it today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you most value in your friends? What kind of characteristics do you most value?
Oh, honesty. Honesty, 100%. Like, I do not want someone to bullshit me about how great I am or how great, just none of that. I like honesty. Like, let's have real conversations. Let's talk about, I mean, we can talk about great things about each other and that's fun, but I also want to talk about the things that aren't great and just be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially in all of our friendships, getting honest with each other was paramount because it was like we were gaslit for so long trying to keep us all apart that maybe in our developing years, we were like, wait a tick. Hold on a second. Who's going to cut through the red tape and actually just, you know, tell the truth?
Yeah.
Well, and that gets easier as you get older. I mean, it's really hard to do in your early 20s. You know, you're just like in high school and everything. You're just trying to fit in. You're trying to, you know, not rock the boat. But not saying that like I need my friends to rock the boat, but I just like I have a lot of, I can't make small talk and I know a lot of people, I just really don't like it. I don't enjoy doing that. I'd rather talk to you about something that matters.
Yeah.
Well, you're so good at that because anytime that we've had social situations where like I've introduced you to friends of mine, they always text me after the fact and they're like, I think I'm best friends with her now. Like we sat down and we talked about like trauma and real stuff. Like you go off in the corner of the bar.
Yeah, like, I like to get
go
in
deep.
There. Like,
Me
what's
too.
going on in there?
Yeah, you are the kind of person at a party that I feel like you can just stay in one place the whole time.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of what has kept all of us friends for so long. I was giggling. I was at a party on Friday night for a friend's retirement, and I had like 3 deep talks individually with 3 of my girlfriends in the kitchen. Everybody's dancing and raging. We were like sweating, just yelling, having a good time. And then I don't know what happened. It just became like therapy time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody rang the bell.
Yeah. And Kenny was with me and Kenny comes around the corner and he goes, are you doing therapy with people in the kitchen? Come back to the party. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. But we are. We're talking about our shit. And
therapy hour.
I love it. I love when that happens
No,
at a
that's
party.
awesome. Yeah.
God bless Kenny for knowing you well enough to be like, I need to break this spell right now.
He was like, all right, office hours are over. Let's go. And like pulled me back onto the dance floor. I was like, I love you. But it was perfect. And yeah, maybe that is something as we age, like we see people a little bit better. We know what to ask past, like, what you been up to?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big feelings. Okay, well, maybe this ties into this. On what occasion do you lie?
Honestly,
Yeah.
every day.
Unless you're lying right now.
I mean,
Every day, but on what occasion?
Like, I don't know. I read that somewhere. Like, if you everybody tells a lie every day, little lie, or you're either lying to yourself about something, or you've told like a white lie. But if we're being honest, I probably lie every day,
you lie to your kids too, don't you?
all the time. Yeah,
All the time.
100%.
Yeah. It's good for them, though. Helps them learn how to sift through the bullshit.
I lied to them about what I'm doing right now. I was like, I am gotta do some very, very serious stuff upstairs. And if you room, it's gonna ruin the whole thing, and it will be all your fault. And
Yeah.
but
Don't let them hear you laugh, though, because then that gets confusing. They're
I've
like,
closed both doors, so and I have the dog in between, so in case they open that door, the dog, that's like my alarm.
They don't need to know. Kids, you know what kids like is discovering shit out about you 20 years later, right? So like definitely lie to them right now. And then later they'll be like, whoa, that's crazy.
Or they'll be like, everything I thought I ever knew is a lie. Who am I?
I'm waiting for that thing where I can like wipe the internet. There's going to be a button where I can just press like wipe of, I don't know, all the sexy times.
No, listen, when we're old ladies, you need to own that sexy time. You definitely, I'm glad we cataloged that.
It will be awkward for a minute though. It's going to be awkward.
Maybe.
No.
I don't think so. Kids now, they're different. They just view us as like dorky moms. It doesn't matter what we've done. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if your shirt's on or off. You're still...
No, they don't care.
Okay.
They're like, you're a nerd. Make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
You're my mom.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Pam Anderson raised two
that's true.
boys, right? Two?
That's true. That's true.
And they think she's great. So,
She's great. She went to Fashion Week with no makeup on. I thought that was pretty.
God, she's so cool.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
She is cool. Okay. Question 10. What is one thing you will never do again?
Well, we've already said I will never again go on a trip without my kids. But one specific thing, I don't know, but like I used to be very reckless. I will call it reckless because I know where it came from, but some people will call it like very free spirited. I will probably not be that way again. It was fun.
You always took calculated risks.
Yeah, big ones though. Big ones.
Like what? Would you get in strangers' cars and
Yes. Just fun, wild behavior. But I think also that kind of behavior we could get away with 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less so now.
Yeah. There's iPhones now. We don't want them catching us.
There's iPhones. Yeah. Just different kind of people out there. So
Yeah. Well, it's kind of taken all the fun away.
it has really.
You poor kids. You have no idea the shit we used to do. It was crazy. I want them to envision the 90s like it was the Wild West. Like that we were just...
He sent me like a video the other day on it. Like there's been all these videos circulating like on social media about like how crazy it was to grow up when we grew up. Like,
Yeah.
as latchkey kids and like just zero rules and like the threatening way parents parented.
Oh, yeah.
Like the I'm going to kill you phrase constantly. Yeah.
Constantly. I mean, Clueless. I got a 45 and a shovel. No one would miss you.
Exactly.
Like, people talk to people like that. Oy.
Yeah.
No, now it's like, baby, I love you so much. If you want drugs, I'll get them for you so they're safe. Come on. Mommy will sit in the room with you and be your guide.
Oh boy.
That's kind of the parent that I am. That's what I'm doing.
Almighty.
No, I don't think you were ever terribly reckless. Maybe a little impulsive.
Impulsive.
But that's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. But I probably won't ever get to do that again.
Mark my words, you will. You'll be free diving in your 60s.
Okay.
That's what I want to see. I want to see when your kids go off to college and you're like, what am I doing with my life now?
Like, wait a minute. Danielle said she wasn't going to put her boobs on the internet again.
Do it.
What's going on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. What's the strangest purchase you've made or almost made?
I bought like a dental fandom once. That's a weird thing to buy.
A dental what?
What?
It was like teeth. But it's what dentists use to practice.
Why did you buy this?
Like the molds?
Yeah, it's the mold, but it's actual people. Well, I don't know what they use now, but they used to use actual teeth that they would put into a gum,
like a fake mandible?
Yeah, it was open and it was on this like wooden stand, and I don't know why I thought it was pretty, but I did, and I bought that.
Is it vintage?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very, very old.
They're old teeth, guys.
Okay.
It's antique.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Like I said, I don't really think they do that anymore, but
I hope not.
and if they do, then it would probably, like when you donate your body to science or, for medical, like it probably wasn't supposed to be then mounted onto like a mahogany stand and sold at the store, but it was, and I bought it.
Was this at Evolution or what's that store that was on Santa Monica?
No, do you know where I got it? Do you remember that show Oddities? You had to watch. Okay, yeah.
I used to go there when I worked at MTV.
I bought it there.
Of course.
But I like am now like, where is that thing?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's got to be in a box somewhere.
Maybe that's why your house is always haunted. It's not the house. You're walking around with somebody's teeth.
Well, so one time I had this locket that I got at a vintage store I got it in Scotland, and it was like a beautiful locket, and on the front it had like tennis rackets. And then when you opened it, it had like a picture of a little girl, and then it had like a little tiny piece of hair. Ooh. And this is before I had kids, so I just thought it was really cool, and like I love antique jewelry, and I just always kept it in my jewelry bag. And then during COVID, I was like, I'm going to clean out all this stuff because I have a bunch of costume jewelry and I was going to organize it. We were all finding things to do. And that came out and Jensen was like, are you kidding with that? And I was like, no, what's wrong with it? And he's like, well, it's that child's obviously no longer with us because the locket was 100 years old or something.
Yeah.
And then it had the hair, and being an expert on the paranormal. And
oh, right. He did a whole show about that, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, you can't keep hair from a deceased person. He's like, that's a way that they can come back. It's like, oh. And so then, because again, it was COVID, we like took out the mortar and pestle, and then we put the hair in there, lit it on fire, and did like some ceremony to get rid of it.
To set her free.
We read it on the internet.
I love that he is into this.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Not really buying things like that anymore, but that was an odd purchase.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. All right, you weirdo. Who are your favorite writers?
Well, I love Susan Casey, and that was big for me because I normally just love to read a novel. I'm like, a self-help book every now and then, but it's really hard for me to actually finish those.
Yeah.
But and I guess I should have said Hillary Burton on that one, but
shut up.
Yeah. They're for different purposes. But I think right now, because I'm into her, and I would say Susan Casey, because she's a person that's alive, that is doing these crazy things that usually only men do. And she's just kind of a fearless, awesome person.
I remember you were like really into Tom Robbins when we were doing One Tree Hill and being super reckless. So that tracks.
Yeah. Tom Robbins. I used to love historical fiction. and just Edward Rutherford. Remember like all those like London, Rome. I think that's who wrote this. Anyway.
I don't know him. Yeah, well, all right. Now you're going to free dive. God, I'm not going to be able to get over this. Like, as someone who's terrified of water, this is like you telling me that you're going to get shot out of a cannon.
I am too. Like, I am also like scared of it, but in this like fascinated way, you know, just what's going on down there kind of
I'm going to send you Jaws. That's a book about water.
I read that actually.
Jeff just read it again this summer, and he's
so
like,
good. I forgot about that book. It's really good.
Yeah.
I would love to read Jaws. That's a good summer read.
There's also, speaking of movie books, there's a really good book on Thelma and Louise that I read like maybe like a year ago. I found, you know, those, like if people have libraries set up outside.
Yeah, the little free library.
I love
We were
them.
walking somewhere and I just took that, and it was a book on Thelma and Louise, but it was a book on the maker of Thelma and Louise, the writer, and how she got the movie made and how like amazing.
Ooh.
Like,
Cool.
Cool.
look it up, Google it, people.
That's
All
fun.
I still have it. It's somewhere downstairs, but because I didn't put it back, which I should have, because I think, or put something else in is the idea of that. So
It's with the teeth.
Yeah, you do swaps.
that little library in Rustic Canyon that I should have put that back.
After 2.5 years,
He was cheating while you
We're pregnant.
were pregnant.
Yeah.
About 13 women?
More.
Like if I would have stayed married to Max, I think he would have cheated forever. It was just a toxic relationship.
Michael Cawson returns to wind down with Jana Kramer.
Wind Down with Jana Kramer and Michael Cawson.
You don't want to miss this 3-part reunion. On iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, we've got a pivot coming at you.
Uh-oh.
What is your greatest regret?
Oh.
Oh, I know.
Bum out.
I think it's, I mean, and maybe because I'm with you all, but probably not being more present in my years when I was working. I just feel like I wasn't that present. I mean, it's hard when you're young again,
Yeah.
but you know, like I wasn't actively trying to remember everything that I did and the experiences that we had and I had on other shows. I mean, I was just so, I guess, ambitious in a way, and like looking at the next thing and looking at the next thing and like, where's this going to go? And where's this going to go? And never really enjoying the moment. I feel like,
I think that's everybody when they're young though, isn't it? I mean, don't we all do that?
but like Hillary, when I was reading your book, it was amazing to me. And like, I cried several parts of it. But one of the things was because I just don't remember anything like you remember things. And I was like, gosh, I wish I would have paid attention more in high school and remembered all of those experiences and conversations with those people. So now I guess that's my biggest regret. And I'm trying now to like really be better at it. I'm still a terrible text message person. So if anybody has texted me in the past, like,
We're going to make a hoarder out of you. It's so much easier to remember when you've got trinkets.
I know. See, and that's the thing. I'm really bad. See, I have 187 unanswered texts, and
Girl.
so yeah,
Yeah.
187.
erase it. Right? I should just clear it off and start over.
No, you'll need it one day. You'll need it.
I know.
Just no, we're going to make a hoarder out of you. Jensen has that popcorn machine and all of his supernatural doodads in your house.
An entire room. To
Yeah.
which
No.
he justifies that by like pulling up, I don't know if it was like John Travolta's airplane wing full of stuff or somebody else that had like more shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
No.
You're like, I don't need to know that other people are even worse.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, just get rid of it.
No, but I bet Jensen can remember everything.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does
yeah.
actually. But, you know.
Yeah, if you have like memorabilia and things to go along with it, that helps for sure.
Yeah.
Is that your pet peeve? What's your our next question is, what is something that you really dislike?
That like but in all ways. And this is like something I got from my mom because she's just like this. And she's worse, and she will never hear this because she doesn't on the internet. So I can say it. You know, like my mom doesn't even everything's so ordered that there's never any food in the refrigerator because that would look messy. And
no.
Yeah. Also, we don't have you can't have a trash can in the bathroom because then the trash would be in it.
Where do you take it?
I mean, I have trash cans in my bathroom now. It's like out of defiance for my upbringing.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still like that. Like if I see I have to actively think, and this has been accomplished with some help, guys. Therapy works. I have to look at it and just be like, okay, there's trash in the trash can and I can see it and I'm not going to empty it because it's only like 2 or 3 things. Like I've got a little bit of that obsessive compulsive, but it's all about like order, cleanliness. Like all of my forks and knives face the same way in drawers. Like as you start to like go through my house, you'll start to see signs of that. But it's like a pet peeve, but I always think, and it's not good for me either because it doesn't, like people like that, like you can't really relax. Like when I walk into a space, I'm instantly going to notice, like I'm the person that's looking behind your toilet.
Oh, don't. Just don't.
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't come here.
And then I will probably clean it for you while I'm in there.
I mean, then yes, come over because
I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you because I know it's my own sickness.
Do your kids take part in this too? Like, are they in charge? Are they responsible for making sure all the silverware is facing the right direction, the bathroom toilet's clean behind the commode?
I wish. I try to I'm just at the point where I'm trying to okay, you have a basket in your room, just put your dirty clothes in that.
That's a big step.
I'm there too.
They did not pick up any of that. They're Jensen all the way.
You're breaking generational curses. Look at you go.
Yay.
You're doing it.
You did
I love it. Okay. Well, what or who is the greatest love of your life? Now, you know there's a whole army on the internet right now that's like, she better say this. She better say the right answer.
No, it has to be Jensen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two were so fucking cute in the beginning. I'm glad we got a front row seat to that.
I know. And actually, I was thinking about this the other day. Sophia, I tried to hook you up with Jensen. And I don't remember why you said no. But thank you for saying no.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
I was like, you should go on a date with him. He's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I remember being staunchly in a I'm never going to date an actor again. LOL. I learned lessons the hard way. But I was just like, no, I'm going to be more responsible with myself. And, he's your perfect person. So we did good.
Yeah. So thank you for not accepting that.
I loved that. Yeah. When did you know? You knew really early on that he was it.
Yeah. I mean,
but what was I
had to get in a lot of trouble for that. And, sometimes being reckless pays off,
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel like though, when you guys clicked in, you clicked, things went into place and everyone went, oh, you knew, he knew, everybody around you could tell. That was cool to see.
Which was unfortunate for the people that we were dating.
Wah, wah. I don't feel bad.
Listen,
no, they're all in different relationships and super happy. And I still don't get, I've never been a jealous person in a relationship. And I still don't get that way now. I'm like, if it's working, it's working. If it's not, it's not, and we were both not in working relationships at the time, and we weren't, it's not like we were married and had kids and, no, it's fine.
No, you're supposed to fuck around in the beginning when you're figuring it out. Come on. We wouldn't have any rock and roll songs if there wasn't fucking around in the beginning.
Yes, no Stevie Nicks for sure.
Oh, God.
No
I don't want to live in that world.
Fleetwood Mac.
I loved it.
It was fun.
I love that for y'all. Okay. When and where were you happiest?
Right now.
Oh.
I am at.
That's a great answer.
Happiest I've ever been right now.
I feel like a lot of the, I would say 99% of the people that we've done this questionnaire with are all saying that. And I'm wondering if it's like a post-COVID attitude, if it's like we all had everything just ripped out from under us and the level of like awareness and appreciation now is just higher.
Yep.
Because we're all still dealing with the same stress and the same like, bullshit.
Yeah. And I have a really good friend who just always reminds me that people are good, that most people are good, because it's like so scary and so depressing, everything all the time that we listen to and read. And but most people are good, you know, once you see that, you can just not unsee it. And I'm like that. That's why I'm just like, I'm super happy right now because I'm in a place that I love with my whole family, and it's good, and we're all healthy. Yeah, we should be. If you're not happy and you have those things going for you right now, damn,
Yeah.
So what talent would you most like to have? It's different than the free diving thing, because that's like the best in the world. Because then you're just, doing whatever you want. Singer.
Yeah.
I tattooed it on my arm.
You what?
Well, this tattoo is when people ask what it is, I'm just like, oh, it's just a lady. But
she's singing.
Again, not that I'm still on Hilary's book tour right now, but in the chapter where you talk about make yourself your own muse, that's what this is. And I love music so much. Like, it's my, and Joy, you'll get this. I mean, it's just like, I can't imagine a world without music. I am constantly walking around with like earbuds on or listening. Like, I had speakers in the bathroom is an extravagance. That should be on the list of like, I want speakers everywhere. And I want to always hear music, because that makes me so happy. And I like wish I could sing. My kid JJ can sing beautifully, and I'm so happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, to watch myself. I'll be trying to make her into the next.
We talked about this on a rooftop once while eating tacos and drinking some alcohol that was available. Yeah. I'm remembering this now. We were talking about a YouTube video, like a singing lesson class you could kind of take on your own. Did you ever do that?
I didn't. I'm too scared.
But you'll be by yourself.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, I can carry a tune, but
we've done karaoke with you, Danielle. We know.
I can sing Candlebox. But I don't know. I just like that, to me, like, what a gift. I always look at people that can sing and, enjoy. Like, you just can stand up and it just comes out, and it's just so beautiful. And I love that. And I'm always just also like amazed by people like that. Hillary, you can sing too.
No,
she can.
I can sing. It's a different theater thing.
You're underselling.
Loretta Lynn, I've heard you sing.
Well, I wonder if part of the reason you're such a good producer is that you've always been able to cultivate talent in that way. Like, not everybody seeks out musicians. Not everybody seeks out talent. And you seem to be constantly curating like your perfect mixtape, and like you were the first person I knew that was going to a hotel cafe to hear people play and just get into that LA guitar scene,
Yeah. No, I love that. And like most of my friends, that's what we did every weekend when I was young. That's all we did, is I would listen to people sing, and I just love it. I'm always amazed by people that can sing. It's so interesting to me. I can sit through a concert. I could probably sit in a concert listening to people sing for like 14 hours, maybe.
Jeez. Do you and Jensen sing together? I just remember in that little house you guys are in LA, he had that whole room full of bongos and
Yeah, I will like listen to him and, the kids. Zeppelin was like playing, we have a ukulele, and so he was holding that and playing it with Jensen the other day. It was so cute. But yeah, I just like that, to me, is the best talent. How fun.
You guys can be like the Von
If it
Trapps.
wasn't given to me, I would have been like buck naked, like look at me. I mean, like there's a reason why you aren't given certain things, and I'm like, okay,
No way.
No, I wasn't given that one, but
I want to see a family band. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hillary Burton Morgan here, and I am excited to share with you a new series I'm launching, a companion podcast to my passion project, Sundance TV's true crime story, It Couldn't Happen Here. Now, on the show, we focus on small towns and the crimes that can rip them apart. The cases we've covered have confused me, and they have made me deeply question our judicial system. What got me so excited about doing this podcast is that we have more time to really dig in. So you're going to hear more information on these cases, as well as never before heard interviews. And you'll get to go behind the scenes with me and the team and learn what it's like to make a show like this. Come join us as we get curious and get involved. Listen to True Crime Story, It Couldn't Happen Here on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This question's kind of weird. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Not the singing thing.
yeah, not the singing thing. And not the obsessive need to clean everything.
I mean, that could be it too.
I would probably have way more patience. I would ask for more patience.
Are you impatient?
Very. And I'm like starting to see it in my kids too. I'm like, oh, better hide that. Oh yeah. I'm like such an instant gratification person. I'm really working on that, but I'm like very impatient.
Man, I would not have spotted that in you. That you see, like you really seem like a patient person to me all the times that I've been around you. And
Push down in there.
There's a lot of acting going on.
Because I like to like work at a level in all things in my life that I don't think other people should work at or want to work at that level. And I'm just like, why is this not happening? Like, I'm just like, I get so frustrated with that in all areas of life. So I would take that away if I could.
I don't know. I think you get a lot done. Sometimes the curse is a blessing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, well, what do you consider your greatest achievement?
My children.
I just love the way you answered it.
Because she knows. She knows.
Wah, wah.
It's true, though.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that one I gotta say. They're so great.
Yeah.
And for somebody who did not want to have kids. And like, I love Chelsea Handler, so I love all the stuff she does about like, you don't have kids because you don't, you know, I definitely believe that. Like my life could be really fun if I didn't have kids. I mean, like it would be amazing. So I can see both sides of it, but like, you know, now once you have it, then you're like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But for all the people out there that don't, it's not. I can imagine it both ways and being fantastic both ways, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you and JJ are so like locked in. Like she is your buddy and that's fun to watch.
She's an interesting kid though. I mean, like she's actually like, I've never had to fuss at her and she's 10. Like she just doesn't, I'm like, you're such a good person. I often tell it to her just like that. I'm like confused by it. I'm like,
yeah.
How did you come out so like good? And, like your desire is to like be happy and please people and do the right thing. Wow. Cool.
What is that like?
Got that from Jensen.
Oh, Jensen. He's so feminine deep down and I love that about him.
Yeah. No.
Soft and sweet man.
He'll admit that.
Good. More boys should.
If you were going to die and come back as a person or thing, what would it be?
A thing?
Yeah, take your pick.
Anything.
Well, I just finished watching The Gilded Age first season. I know I'm behind. But I really love that. Like, I think it would be fun to be in that era, like there's a scene where they're watching like electricity starting and like the railroads were like there were so many amazing adventures and like not adventures, inventions that were happening at that time. How cool would it be to like live through that? But then there was also like the really bad shit that was going on. And also those outfits, you have to have a fainting couch and all that.
I wonder how long it would be before we get sick of those outfits, because they do look fun.
Oh gosh, the costumes on that.
Like you didn't have to do a Target run in those costumes.
Oh, I know. I want to be Nikola Tesla.
Girl. Okay.
Yeah. Well, not first I'd want to be a guy because I'm not, and I would like to see how that is.
Yeah.
Just peeing.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want.
Yeah, just being in charge of everything.
Anywhere, anytime.
See what that's like for a minute. But Nikola Tesla, because also, he said that he was getting all these visions from like angels, like half angel, half alien things. Like if you do a deep dive on him, it's so crazy. And I'd want to be him, like see what's really going on in there.
That Edison Tesla rivalry, I was fixated on that.
Still hasn't
for
been
a hot minute
correctly in a film, I think, personally.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine inventing the coolest shit ever at the same exact time someone else is inventing the coolest shit ever? And you're just like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like Steve Jobs and
yeah, exactly.
Bill Gates.
Exactly.
I just sang on a musical for Tesla. Somebody created a musical and they have a cast album coming out soon.
Oh.
It's really interesting. It's such an interesting story.
Where's that going to be? Are we going to be able to?
I don't know. They started putting the whole thing up in London about a year ago, and then it started going through some more rewrites. And
maybe I need to come out of retirement to.
Yeah. You could play Tesla, Daniil. He was hot. I'm going to say it.
He was hot. I like Jensen and I looked into stuff and I was like, there were 2 movies coming out. You know how like right when you start thinking about something, then it's like, oh, okay, they're making 2 films.
Everywhere.
And so they're making 2 films and I'm like, oh, we should do a series and like a series more based in the visions he was having and bring more of that supernatural aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
That would be so cool.
And have Jensen play him. But I don't know. Maybe.
Jay would like to nerd out.
Yeah. Can you write that script for us, Hillary?
I'm on it. It'll be all visions. All right. What's my question here? Do you have something in your life that just comes so easily that you know it's exactly where you belong?
Yes. But it is that question. Like I have very strong intuitions about what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be all the time. And that can be, and I've always had that. And that can be, it's time to get away from this situation or this place or it's time to go somewhere. And I just always feel like whatever that push or pull is, like my guess.
Have you ever second guessed it? Have you ever been like, I'm just being a psycho?
No.
Wow. That's so good. God, I wish I had that. Like,
no.
Yes.
Because it's been so right that I just don't second guess it. And I go for it fully. Like,
wow.
It's like the lesson that Paul taught us. Commit, right?
Commit?
Like commit to the bit. And you have always committed. And I think that just makes everyone else trust your direction too.
Or I'm just like a complete psychotic person who doesn't ever want to admit they were wrong. I'm like, no, just stay the course until it works.
What's this wrong thing?
What is wrong?
No,
we need more of that.
Yeah, that's a great quality, honestly, because there's just so much that living in fear will keep you. Oh, I can only speak for myself, but it can keep me stuck in a place of like, instead of just moving, if you just move, just keep moving, then like things can change, you can shift and grow. And I will often get paralyzed in like decision making and trying to figure out what the right thing is. And it's just better to keep moving and trust that things will work its way out.
Yeah, well, that part, because you can waste a lot of time just like on the hamster wheel, you know, like, oh, should it be this way? Should it be this? You know, and I'm just like, what do I feel this, and I'm going to go with that, you know?
Yeah.
And if it's wrong, it's wrong, and I'll learn something then. But if it's not and it works, then great, you know?
Yeah. I think that's so cool that you've always felt like that. That's something that I certainly feel like I'm growing into, is being like, no, I know how I feel. I don't particularly, I'm not going to make my decisions based on anybody else. And that's like, that feels like a new kind of ownership of self. And it is like, I'm like, wow, it is crazy to know that you've always been so tapped into that. That's like real old soul energy.
Oh, well, I haven't really thought about it like old soul stuff, but yeah, I love like the idea that our souls were here and they know things, and like I love, you know.
Have you read that book, Journey of Souls?
No.
She's writing it down. She's gonna be sucking on cough drops later.
It is so wild and so good.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to you about it when you read it. Oh my God.
Have you had a medium tell you that you're reincarnated someone else before?
No, I had someone and I don't know a lot about this, but I did have someone really, really great tell me that this was my last time.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I didn't know what that meant. And I had to go, and I'm also one of those people like in the moment, like it was such a great moment that I was having with her. And she said, you know, this is your last time here. So, you know, you're doing it all and you're figuring out and you're really thinking. And I was like, my last time here. And then I went and looked it up and, you know, your soul takes a lot of journeys and supposedly this is my last one. So.
Whoa.
Let's get crazy.
Yeah, but that means you've leveled up, you know?
Yeah.
That's like when you have absolutely leveled up.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're not a cat. It's not a 9 lives thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it also, what a cool idea that someone could tell you that and you could be like, well, if it's my last time, I want to do it all.
Yeah.
Which kind of relates to our next question. Where would you most like to live?
Ooh.
Like if you want to do it all and see it all, where would you most like to live this last time around?
Where I am right now. But
yeah.
But like a fantasy place to live. Like because see, this is the thing, and Chelsea Handler would tell you this, where like the damn kids come in because you gotta
gotta look at the school districts.
Yeah, gotta stay in your school district. Gosh, I would love to live in Scotland. I think I've gone there a lot as a kid, and my parents have a place there, and what a magical castle land that's real. And
I want to go there so bad. I still haven't been.
Yeah, either. I want to.
I haven't been up to the Orkney Islands, but they're these like old prehistoric islands in Scotland, and like that would be amazing. Just somewhere sort of wild and free, and definitely in nature, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm growing in my older age. I like the cold. I like colder places.
Ooh,
interesting. Not like anything hot, but or anything cold, but I like a sweater. I like a sweater.
We were like lizards when we were kids.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Now I want cold, maybe some rain. Like, give me some overcast.
Give me all the rain.
Like a wood-burning fire.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want.
What would be there with you? What is your most treasured possession?
My family.
Aww.
And Franklin, our dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was also family. The greatest.
Yeah. I love that you've built this family. You know, and it's been really fun to be your friend through it. Then I'll get to watch it, you know, to go from like you dating other dudes to meeting the man of your dreams and you guys like building all these homes together and having these kids. And it's cool to watch that trajectory. And that only happens when you're friends for decades.
I know.
You know? So
Decades.
It feels good to celebrate that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then when all our kids hate us at the same time for lying to them, we can hold each other's hands.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Perfect.
Danielle, It is always a treasure seeing you. What are you going to do now? You're going to come out of that room and tell your kids that you did some serious business?
I'm going to stay in here for a while. Take a nap under this desk.
Use the quiet time while you have it.
Geige's actually having a play date with a friend. So,
oh, great.
I don't know, like go find a pumpkin patch or something, a corn maze.
Cute.
Yeah.
Corn maze, apple cider donuts.
Yeah.
The whole thing. All right, baby. Well, we love you. Thank you for being a part of this big extended family.
Thanks for coming to play.
Yes. Thank you. Anytime.
Bye. Bye, cutie.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at Drama Queens OTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iheartradio.com.
See you next time.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.